Alright, you're going to head back over to the star room.
Is there anything else in this room?
Nope, there's nothing else inside this room other than some icicles.
It looks like we're going to have to go into every room.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'll just kind of... I'll let Cade go first because we still have this tightrope thing going on. And then I'll follow.
Alright, I'll just have each one of you make an athletics check for me to get back across all the clouds.
Does that include me?
Yes, sir. Alright, so far, Nosebiter and Cade made it easily. Grimwald had some trouble, almost fell off at one point, but he eventually made it. Now for Anhelm.
You can go anywhere. Why am I making a roll? I haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah, you're still at the start.
Basically, everyone wanted to go back to the star room after pocketing that small, fluffy cloud in that room back there. So you guys are basically making athletics checks to get back.
Anhelm didn't ever jump anywhere, he just stayed at the first platform.
Oh, okay. Alright, so everyone's back in the main star room.
Okay, so I guess we try and slot the cloud into the corresponding bit on the well.
Okay, you slot it next to the image there, and it slides in there, and you hear a very faint humming sound coming from the depths of the well. It doesn't look like anything else has happened yet.
Next door.
Okay.
Poison.
So what door? Or did you guys say
I guess
door?
Nosebiter will...
Red and fear.
Which one do you want to go through?
Go to the spiky door.
Sure, spiky door. Okay.
Okay, spiky door time. So who's opening the door?
In that case, unless Anhelm wants to, Nosebiter will go ahead and do it.
Alright, Nosebiter. Once again, that feel of dread comes over you, and a feeling of a really cold touch as you open that door. You peer inside, and you see pitch black. Those of you that have low light dark vision, you're not able to see anything in the room either. It's unnaturally dark in there.
Magical darkness. I'll skip a coin along the floor to see if it makes noise, to make sure there is a floor.
Alrighty. You skip a coin, and sure enough, you hear it bounce around. You hear it probably scatter in there for probably about 40 feet before it finally goes silent.
I'll turn around and ask if anyone has means to cast some magical light or something like that. I don't mind walking ahead if you tie a rope around me.
Okay, tie a rope around you.
Actually, I think that maybe it would be better to tie a rope around me and have a kid go in, and I can use my staff, kind of like a blind person, feel along the floor.
Yes, that's a great idea. Great.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
I'll still tie a rope around you.
Okay. And while everyone's doing that, can I have everyone roll another d20 for me? Just a plain d20. Alright. Okay, so you guys tie the rope around Cade. Who's holding onto the rope? Or is anyone?
I will.
I guess all of us, I guess. Me and Anhelm and Grimwald.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, and then Cade's going to go ahead and move in using your staff like a blind person.
Yep, just having it in front of me, tapping along the floor. And as long as I can feel something physical and hear the sound, then I'll keep moving forward.
Alright, about right after you go in there, Anhelm, you feel a tugging on your left leg. You look down and you see what appears to be kind of like a miniature black hole kind of tugging on your foot. You kind of shake it off, and something shoots out from the black hole, and shoots out and makes a ringing sound as it drops on the ground next to you. It appears to be a ring.
What is it?
A ring with a black opal in it. A silver ring with a black opal.
Yeah, look at this. Hey, come back.
Very unusual.
Just things happened.
Alright, Cade. You feel around. You proceed in probably about another 20 feet, and you feel the hallway open up into probably a bigger room at this point.
Okay. See, when I still can't see, what I'll do is I'll feel my way along the side wall, using my staff with one hand and slide my hand on the wall with the other, so I can gauge the size and shape of the room, and so I can kind of estimate where the middle of the room would be, or the corresponding spot in this room to where the item is in the other room.
Okay. You slide around for a while, and it feels like it's probably about 15 feet by 15 feet wide. During the course of that, the intense cold starts getting at you, and you take 5 points of damage, as it almost feels like frostbite. Alright, Anhelm, you put that ring on, and all of a sudden you can see into that room. And you see Cade down the hallway standing next to a sarcophagus. On the top of the sarcophagus is some form of a creature or remnants of a creature that's lying down, holding a black opal the size of a grapefruit.
I'll walk since I can see.
You're gonna walk into the room?
Yep.
Okay. You walk into the room. Once again, you can see everything in here. Looks like the entire floor, walls, and the ceiling is all made of a jet black material, and you feel real cold sense pulling at you.
I'll tell Cade what he stood next to. He knows. I'll move up towards the sarcophagus.
Okay. At this point, you take some damage as the cold starts to intensify. Once again, you stand in the center of the room there. There's a sarcophagus. On the top, it looks like the remnants of probably some type of a tall human or elf. And in its hands, its skeletal hands, it's holding a black opal.
Oh, I shall, I'll say, you don't need this anymore. I'll grab the opal.
Okay, you grab the opal. You feel a severe sense of dread coming over you. I need you to make a wisdom save, please. Alright, you feel it pulling on the edges of your sanity, but you're able to hold on to it for now.
Hope for the door.
Okay. What's Kate doing in there?
I would have used the rope to follow it out of the room.
Okay. So you guys all make it back out of the room. So you're back into the star room now. And you have that black opal in your hands, Anhelm. It's pretty cold.
I'll take it
Right
over
in
to
the well.
I'll take it over to the corresponding picture on the well and put it into the impression.
Alright, you hear another faint hum coming from deep within the well. It's a little bit stronger of a hum at this point. And nothing seems to be happening yet.
Next. I'll take the ring off as well.
Okay, take the ring back off. So now what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay. Through cure wounds or lay on hands, or are you gonna take a short rest?
Laying on hands. I think.
Yeah, can we take a short rest? An hour for a short rest?
Yeah, you can
That's
take a
all right.
short rest. And so let me do a short.
I think it's some damage over and then heal it up.
And the rest of it good.
Alright, so there's a short rest. Okay, so Grimwald, you can use one of your hit dice then. Well, all of you can. You can use up to all your hit dice, if you so desire. Alright. So it looks like you guys are feeling quite a bit better. Okay.
Those.
Cool.
So, next.
Okay.
Okay, so what's next? We have. Did we put the opal in the fountain?
Yes, yeah, I put it in straight away.
Okay.
It was
So then.
what I was told.
Right, okay. Let's go for another door.
Which door?
we've got fire, electricity, and bright light still. Fire, electricity are both going to be a case of Nosebiter just, I think, braving it, or Anhelm, or Grimwald, somebody just kind of taking the hit. Well, the bright light, we're not sure exactly what the story
we
is.
can shade our eyes from the bright light.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep your eyes shut. I'll open the door.
I'll put my shield on, and I'll use my shield to block the light.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
All right. So you open up the bright door. Once again, that bright light emanates through. It's pretty warm, nearly blinding. Those of you that are using your shield to kind of block the light, you're able to see a little bit of the way into the room without it blinding you. Looks like there's a hallway that extends about 20 feet before it opens up into a larger room with really bright, silvery looking walls. And it appears that there's some type of light coming from the center of the room. But you're not able to make out any other details. It's so bright.
Shall we enter, boys?
Yeah, does it look like the light is coming from like one source? It's coming from just the middle of the room?
Yeah, it's coming from the middle of the room.
No spot,
Okay.
you leave.
Yeah, I'll walk ahead and just see if I could, I guess, put my hand on the light source.
Okay, so Nosebiter is going to put his hand on the light source. Alright, and as you do, you feel a warm sensation come over you, and you're able to pick it up. No issues.
Okay. Is it still casting really bright light?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try and stuff it into my back so we're not blinded.
Okay, you're able to do that, and you see some light kind of coming through some of the cracks in your sack and whatnot, but you're able to not be blinded at this point.
Groovy. Okay, so I guess go back, put it in the fountain, in the slot on the fountain.
Alright, once again you hear more humming sound. It grows in intensity, coming from deep within the well. Nothing else is happening yet.
Okay, Anhelm, do you want to open the electric door or should I?
Yeah, oh, okay.
Alright, so
What's the worst
Anhelm.
that can happen?
What's that, Anhelm?
Hey, what's the worst that can happen?
I think we're
Alright.
about to find out.
Okay, so you open up the door, and unbelievably, you do not get shot. But you peer into the room,
Okay.
which appears to be a large circular room. In the middle of this chamber, you see a pair of statues. One of the god Zeus holding up his trident up to the ceiling, and you see another of an unnaturally beautiful woman kneeling at his feet holding up a gem made of amber, the size of a water skin. The walls of the room are made of some type of miasma of clouds and weird colored flashes of light. Every once in a while, you'll see a streak of lightning shoot across the room.
I think we have to approach this one with care.
I'm sorry?
So we'll have to approach this one with care.
Does there seem to be a pattern to the flashing of the lightning to where we can time it?
It looks completely random.
Is the gem that the female hold in the shape of what we need for the corresponding picture?
It looks like it would fit in that particular part of the well.
Oh man. The idea that I would put forth is for me to try to run in very quick, grab one and run out.
Seems like a
Which
plan.
one?
Someone with nimble feet is probably a good idea.
How far into the room is the lightning bolt and the skin?
The amber gem that she's holding, it's probably about 20 feet in.
And the lightning bolt? It's the,
I think it's just the gem.
Oh, okay.
The
We need
amber.
to get. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to run in, grab it, and spend a point for my step of the wind, and do a dash as a bonus action to get my little butt out of there.
Okay. Wow, that's pretty smart. Alright, you run in there, grab the gem, and do your special fancy move, and you move out of the way just in time as a huge lightning bolt streaked right through where you were just at. Psst. You find yourself back at the doorway, holding the amber gem in your hands.
Well done.
I'll kind of glance back at the room and air my eyes and go over to the well and find the spot to put it in. Wait, no. Yeah. So whatever the corresponding spot on the well is to depress it.
Alright, you push it in there, the humming sound grows in intensity. Still nothing is happening yet. At this point, I need everyone to give me another d20 roll, please. Okay. Alright, so now what are you guys doing?
Do you think we need the lightning bolt?
No, I don't think so.
How many notches are there on this well?
There are a total of 5 notches. There's only one notch left with the image of flames next to it.
That sounds like the fire something. Would you do the fire one?
Let's go into the fire.
Like the peak.
Okay, so we've got one thing left to do. Nosebutter is just gonna walk very casually into the fire and try and open the fire door.
Alright. As you do, you take 1 point of damage from the flickering flames on the door, but you're able to open up the door. Beyond, you see a hallway that extends 20 feet and then opens up into another chamber, and you see some flames scattered all about the room there, and there's an intensity of heat that pushes past your face.
Okay. Alright, Nosebider's going to cover as much of his face and front as he can with his shield and just run into the center, see if he can find anything to grab.
Hold on, I might be able to give you a shield.
I have a shield. Well, a magical shield.
A magical shield, yeah. Can I do that?
Sure.
Shield of Faith, is it?
Yeah.
Alright. So who's going in?
Funnily enough, it's going to be...
shield around whoever's going in. Where do I find it? Okay.
Would you find what?
The spells.
It'll be under your actions tab on your character sheet.
It gives me a +2 to AC.
So then,
Where do I cast it?
so Grimwald is casting Shield of Fate on who?
Nosebiter.
Okay. And then you're
And the
proceeding.
Nosebiter... Yeah, he's going to cover his face with his literal shield and kind of run in and see if he can spot anything to grab and then try and run out.
Okay.
There's no spyglass next to it. How do I cast it?
Just tell me that you're casting it.
Okay, I've cast it.
Okay. And you cast it on Nosebiter, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So he is now shielded. His AC goes up by 2. Nosebiter is going to attempt to run into the room and see if he can grab something. Alright. You run down the hallway. You get down to the hallway where it opens up and the flames start kind of lighting up. You see in a clear circle in the back of the room, you see a young elven lass in some type of a bubble in the back of the room. And off to your right, you see some type of a hound creature with flames licking off of its skin. It looks like it's laying down. It hasn't noticed you. And a large form of a creature off to the left with flames shooting off its back, and it's glaring at you.
Okay.
We need the
Well,
dog. The hound, that'll fit.
you reckon go for the hound?
I did I just really fancy you trying to stuff it into the hole by the well?
Okay, well, Nosebiter is going to roar, fly into a frenzy this time, not just a rage, a frenzy. And I think he's going to charge the knot hound, the other thing.
Okay, the one to the left. Alright. Go ahead and roll initiative. I'll let you get a surprise round off, and then we'll go to initiative.
Damn it, Nosebiter.
Ouch.
Don't you get advantage when you're raging?
I think that's later on. I'm just going to check, actually, 1 second.
Oh, okay. So everyone at this point can go ahead and roll initiative while he checks that. So I think I got initiative from everyone but Grimwald.
It's not until 7th level that I get the advantage on initiative.
No, I mean on your attack. You get to make an attack on that creature. and then we're going
Oh,
into
right, okay.
initiative.
I'll roll that now.
Ooh. Okay. And
Not good.
you swing your
Well,
warhammer
okay.
at it, and it jumps off to the left, clearly out of your way. Okay, so we'll go
But,
with initiative.
In a frenzy, I get a bonus attack every round.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead.
That's better.
That one will hit. All right, as your warhammer hits it straight in the chest, you see some flames lick around your warhammer. It doesn't look like it's got much of effect on it. Okay, next up we have Grimwald.
Okay, it's like shield still. His shield still.
His Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
Let's see, the duration on that is if you hold concentration on it up to 10 minutes.
I just continue concentrating.
Okay. So as long as you don't cast any other spells or take damage, you should be okay. But you can still do other stuff if you want. You can move and attack and that still, if you so choose.
Okay. I'll move forward and myself in the way of the hand, the red one on the right.
Yeah, the Fury Hound on the right hand side. Over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I still attack?
Yes, you can still attack.
Still can't do that.
So you just click on your Actions tab.
Okay, I'm going to swing my right legs.
Alright. Then double click the black polyhedron. There you go. And that is a hit. Go ahead and roll the damage using the right box. Alright. As you cut into its chest area, it belches out some flames out of its mouth. Okay. Next up is the large fury creature on the left hand side that is going to attack Nosebiter.
Bring it.
And it looks like it's going to hit you once. And only once. So you take 13 points of fury damage.
Ouch.
It's a good thing it was only once.
Yeah. Alright, Anhelm, you're up. What are you going to do, Anhelm?
That's, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to frenzy. I'm going to move up and attack the hell out.
Okay. So you run up and hit it with your spear in its left leg.
And bonus attack is frenzy.
And you miss with your second attack. Alright, then we're to Cade.
So I'm gonna run up and attack the one that Nosebiter's fighting.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use a point to do flurry of blows, which will give me 2 unarmed strikes instead of 1. So I charge forward and let loose on this thing.
Okay. That's going to hit with your first attack. And your second. And all 3 attacks as you pummel into his chest. Alright, Cade over there walloping on this thing. Good hits. Okay, so next up, the Hound. And it's going to let out a howl at the same time. You see some fire emanating out. I need for Grimwald and Anhelm to make a dexterity savings throw. Ooh. Anhelm failed his. And Grimwald, just waiting on your save. It's on the main page, right hand side. Yes. Just double click the box. And you made yours. Alright. So, Anhelm takes 18 points of fire damage. And Grimwald is only going to take 9 of that. Okay, Nosebiter, you're up.
Okay. So I will attack recklessly. Where am I?
Ooh, that's going to hit.
Excellent. And then I'll do that again with my bonus attack from Frenzy.
Alright.
Oh, yes.
Hold the shift button down when you roll your attack on that one. Alright, as your Warhammer bludgeons into both of its legs, and it roars out.
I didn't hold down shift, should I?
What's that?
I didn't hold down shift there?
Roll another D8.
Oh yeah, just roll it, yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Alrighty.
Awesome.
Okay, now we're back up to the top of the round, and before we get any further, everyone's going to take 1 point of fire damage this round from the flames that are stirring in here. Okay, Grimwald, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to cast Thunder Smite on the
Okay. Thunderous Smite?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack.
Okay. Do I pick up damage?
You need to make a melee attack, so choose one of your melee weapons to make an attack with. And then if you hit, then you get to add the extra 2d6 thunder damage to him, as well as him making a savings throw or be pushed away.
And I'm going to use my hammer.
Yeah, you can use your warhammer if you want. Okay, and that was on the hound, which is a miss. Bummer. Okay, now we got the big fiery creature who's attacking Nosebiter. Miss with its first attack, and it's going to swipe in with its second one. And that's a miss. Wow, lucky. Alright, Anhelm, you're up.
Wow. Very lucky.
Yes.
Okay. To attack from the speed.
Okay. Alright, you swing your spear, and it connects with the right leg of the Hellhound. And the second one missed. Alright, it yelps out in pain. Okay, so next up, Cade.
Gonna continue to focus on Fury.
Okay. That's a hit. Miss. Alright, your bow staff strikes into its left leg. It gives you an eye, as it looks like it's looking at attacking you next. Okay, the hound, it's gonna snap its jaws at Anhelm. And it looks like he's gonna miss. Wow. Alright, Nosebiter, you're up.
Okay. Once again, recklessly attacking this fire thing.
And that's gonna be a hit.
Cool. Oh, nice.
If
And
you
then
strike into its left leg.
Second attack.
And follow through with your warhammer. Smacking his chest. Damn.
Nice.
Nice damage.
That was pretty nice.
Yeah, good job. Alright, back at the top of the round. This turn, everyone takes 2 more points of fire damage. And Grimwald, you're up.
Okay, I'll try and hit him with my hammer again. Unless
Okay,
I cast a spell.
gotcha. That's gonna hit this time. So go ahead and roll your damage and then do your extra 2d6. Yeah, there you go.
With Thunderous Smite, it's actually the first time you hit successfully. It's concentration up to a minute. I don't know if that helps. So it's actually...
Ooh. Yeah, that it is.
It's a new round, isn't it?
So you can hold concentration on it,
Okay, I'll do that.
but to do that, you're gonna lose your concentration on your shield of faith for Nosebiter.
That's fine. I'll
Yeah,
live.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Okay.
My main character is a Vengeance Paladin, so I know the Paladin inside out pretty much.
Nice. Alright, so roll up some damage. Go ahead and roll the damage of your weapon. The box next to that Grimwald.
I'm sorry.
Alright. Don't look like your effect carried over. So go ahead and roll me 2d6 then. We'll just manually add it in. Ooh, I put it on the wrong creature too.
Nice.
Alright. It lets out a fury of a hellish fury, and it looks right at you. It looks like it's wavering on its legs, though. Alright. So at this point, it's the big fire creature who is attacking Cade this turn. What's your AC, Cade?
15.
Ooh, so he's going to hit. Take 13 fire damage. And then he's going to come in with his other hand and attack you again. Ooh, miss. Alright, Anhelm, you're up.
Okay, sack recklessly on the Firehound.
Okay. That's going to miss.
Roll this attack.
Okay. That one will hit.
I'll roll again because she's reading goodness.
Alright, so with your hit, you pierce through its chest, and it drops to the ground, and it goes limp. Alright, so the hound is dead.
Well done.
That brings us to Cade.
Okay, I'm going to spend another point to do Flurry of Blows again.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like your first two attacks hit. As you pummel into its right leg. Alright, Nosebiter, you're up.
Okay, let's try and finish this thing off. So, attacking recklessly with the Warhammer.
Okay.
Man, the crits today.
Roll.
Wow. Nice.
And then the bonus attack.
Okay. And it hits. Nice damage racking up on that guy.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Okay, so we're back up to the top of the round. Everyone is taking 4 points of damage this turn from the fire on the floors. Okay, Grimwald, you're up.
Okay, I'll come up beside it.
Okay.
I'll hit it with my battle axe.
And you're gonna miss with your battle axe. Swoosh. Okay, his turn. He is. Let's see here, who he's going for. All these targets. Actually, he's going to go after you, Grimwald.
Okay.
Ooh. He's going to hit you. And you take 7 points of damage, which drops you to the ground. Starting next turn, you'll need to start making death saves. And as you drop, he's going to use his other attack and attack Nosebiter. And that's a miss, I believe. So we're down to Anhelm.
Well, I'll move around him and have him in the back, I suppose.
Alrighty.
Attack recklessly.
Okay. That's a hit. Oh,
That's
and
a
a
hit,
crit. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, raging.
Sweet. Alright. As you jab your spear into its backside. Alright, we're over to Cade.
Okay.
Get him, Cade. Show him some halfling power. You see Cade over there punching at its knee. Right. Whack, whack. Okay, so Nosebiter, you're up.
Okay.
Oh,
Man.
crit. Man. Nice damage. Oh, but you're going to miss with
Okay.
the second attack. Alright. At this point, we got ongoing fire. So let me do that. So everyone's taking 1 point of damage. And Grimwald, go ahead and make a death save.
How do I do that?
On the main page, towards the bottom, you should have a little gray polyhedron that says death saves. Just double click that. Oh! Oh, okay, maybe it's just one. Okay, crazy. Alright. So, you made it. I'll go with the make one. Alright, so it's turn. It's going after Nosebiter this turn. What is your AC, Nosebiter?
18.
Oh, so he missed. And with his second attack, he's going to do a backhand at Anhelm. And that missed. Wow. Alright, Anhelm, you're up. And you strike into its backside again with your spear.
The bonus attack.
And you hit again. Wow. You guys are mowing this guy down. Alright, Cade, you're up. Go Halfling Power. Let's see here. Alright, as you see Cade once again slamming his staff and his fists into this creature's knee, pissing it off. Alright, Nosebiter, you're up.
Very good.
Come on, dwarf, finish it off.
Put it down.
It looks like you hit it. Ooh, almost, but not yet. It's still up. Alright, fire damage again. Everyone takes 1 point. Grimwald, you can make another death save. Okay. Okay, with that, its turn. He's going to swing at Cade with one attack and Nosebiter with the other. So the one on Cade. Oh, this is gonna hurt, Cade. Bam! You see Cade
Jesus.
goes flying down the hallway back towards the star room and crashes about 10 feet away. His form is limp. Okay, and then with his other attack was on Nosebiter. And that's going to hit. 11. Ooh. Wow, that's, you guys getting close. Alright, Anhelm, you're up.
Oh, every penny, every pound. Just stab me in the back.
Alright, stab him in the back.
Asleep.
And that's going to hit. Maybe you can take it out. Yeah, you hit once. Will you take it out? Alright, it finally goes down.
Hey.
Yay!
Yes. I can't stand the heat.
Yeah. Alright, it drops to the ground as you see two of your other party members on the floor. Limp.
I immediately start making my way towards the exit.
Okay.
As a move action.
Okay.
Go and get the Cade.
Okay. What are you doing, Nosebiter?
I guess I'll try to stabilize Grimwald.
Okay.
Is that medicine?
Yes.
Will that make him worse?
Oh boy. No effect. It looks like he's still burning.
The elf is what's her name? What is it? Marlena?
It looks like the description that they gave you, it does look like it's Meloria. She's in some type of
yeah.
a bubble. It looks like she's sleeping or unconscious back there.
Okay, I think White is going to grab Grimwald and try and drag him out of the room.
Okay. So you guys are able to make it back to the star room there to get out of the flames. Now what are you going to do?
So I think pretty really bad shape. Rest wouldn't be a bad call.
Okay.
Although we are very close to saving her.
Yes, that you are.
Well, we've got to stabilise them, haven't we? Because they're needed.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and buy medicine on aid.
Okay. You guys can go ahead and make checks to stabilize. Alright, Anhelm, you were successful. And Nosebiter.
Not good at this.
Yeah.
His idea of a medicine check is just slapping them in the face till they wake up.
Seeing that those brightest technique isn't best, I will buy my medicine on Grimwald.
Alrighty. Ooh, not much better.
Not much.
Well, after some time, you get him stabilized. You guys finally stabilize.
He's wrapped up like a mummy, but he's stabilized.
Yep. And you guys are wanting to take a rest? Long rest, short
I
rest?
think so.
A long one.
Long one it is. Alright.
We're going to get back in that room and she's going to be gone.
Well, as long as the other two things didn't reset, we're good.
Yeah.
Alright. So, anyhow, you guys rest there for quite some time. Nothing interrupts your rest. And I take it you guys are heading back into that room, the fiery room?
Yeah, straight back in.
Alright, so once again you see Meloria in a bubble. It looks like she's asleep or unconscious inside of it, on the far side of the room. Next to her, you see a really bright flame next to her, and underneath there you see, buried in some embers, you see a pretty sizable chest in there.
Okay, chest first. Definitely the most important thing is the loot. Nosebiter will try and crack open this chest.
Alrighty. As you... I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's probably better to take it out with it, because this room's still hot, I assume.
Oh yeah, it's still pretty warm.
Still causing this damage.
And as Nosebiter goes to grab the lid of the chest and throw it open, he burns his hand for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Flame, is it coming from something, or is it just a flame just floating there?
This whole room is covered in unnatural flames.
Yeah, you said there's a bright one by the chest.
Yes, there's a really bright one that's actually on top of the chest.
Oh, it's on top of the chest.
Yes.
That's probably for the fountain.
Yeah. But it's not emanating from anything, it's just there.
Yep,
It's not like a
just there.
candle flame on top of a candle.
Yep.
I'll the flame up and hurriedly move with it to the portal. Or whatever.
Alright,
Sorry, I say portal.
you go to grab
That's
the
stag.
flames, and you take 5 points of damage from it. And you run as fast as you can to the well and put it in its place. In the meantime, you take another 3 points of damage. And you finally put it in the well. You hear some more humming coming from deep within the well. And all of a sudden you see some shimmering liquid oozing up from the bottom of the well. And inside that liquid you see an image of some other place. It looks like a castle that's floating on like a piece of meteor out in space.
Oh, fun.
But Glorian's still in the bubble.
So you're going to go back and see if she's still in the bubble?
Yeah.
And yep, she's still there in the bubble. And Nosebiter, are you still trying to open up that lid? To that
Absolutely,
chest?
yeah. If I can wrench it open or maybe smash it with my hammer, whatever works.
Alright, go ahead and give me a athletics check. Alright, this time you take some more burning damage, but you're able to pop the lid open. Inside it you see a whole bunch of array of coins, along with some other items buried below the coins. And
Okay.
see here. And Anhelm, what are you doing with the bubble?
Can I poke it?
Grimwald?
Yeah, I just want to poke it, see if it's solid or if it's liquid.
You poke it, and it looks like it's solid, but it has a lot of give to it.
Okay.
Does it move? Does it move at all if we push against it? Does it seem to be
No, it
movable?
doesn't. Does not move.
You can't roll it out really.
What are you doing?
I'm saying we can't roll it out of the room.
No, it's fixed in place.
People have to bust the person who did the spell.
Somebody's going to look in the chest for something that might help with this. Maybe there's like a key in the chest, or like a wand or something that can stop it from happening.
Alright, you do look through the chest. You find it's got some platinum coins, some electrum, some copper. You see a bunch of really small gems. Inside there you do find a warhammer, also a scroll case, and a rod.
Okay, scroll case would be no good to Nosebiter, and the rod probably he won't understand, but the warhammer certainly he will pick up and have a look at. He'll shout to Grimwald, who's probably the most arcane out of this group, that there's a rod in here he might be able to use.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Alright. So Grimwald, you're going to take the rod?
Yeah.
Alright. It's a rod with a red handle, and it's got a looks like a pearl attached to the tip of it.
Great. I'll take that rod and touch the bubble. Does it do anything?
You're doing what with it?
Touching the bubble.
Alright, you touch the rod against the bubble and it pops. Melora then, it looks like she's starting to wake.
Yay!
Woohoo!
It's just a thing.
Alright, so after a few minutes she wakes up and she looks up and, who are you? Where am I at?
Hey, if you can
Apparently you've been kidnapped. The wizard.
Oh, that's right. He had said something about he had something to show me, and then it all went black. Where is he?
Hello, I've seen it.
We're not sure really where he went. We were hired to save you. We've done that. Can you help carry this chest?
I'll help carry the chest. Let's get out this hot room.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright.
then I'll leave the room.
Alright, so at this point you guys leave the room and all the hot flames behind, carrying the chest, and Melora follows kinda she's kinda walking a little funny, still walking off to sleep as she follows behind you. So what are you doing at this point? Are you going back to town or doing something else there?
I think we should go through that water portal.
Well, has anything changed about the man in the centre, other than what you said before? It's not like it coming to view and then it's just kept coming over the last few minutes while we were doing other things.
You look back into the well, and it's filled with that magical shimmering liquid, and you see that the image of that castle that was on top of the castle hurtling through space, looks like the image has gotten closer to it, and you are now looking at the front gates, which is slightly ajar. You see some footprints that have led up to that door.
I think the wizard's in that castle.
Yeah, that's probably where the wizard is.
Yeah. So do we go down the well?
Alright, tie a rope around me.
I'll tie a rope around him. Hold
so
on
then,
tight.
He'll take a running jump and just leap into the water portal puddle thing.
Alright. You take a running jump into the portal water. It's a weird sensation. You feel yourself swimming in some water 1 second. The next second, you feel yourself being hurtled through space at an crazy fast pace, and you make a tumble onto the comet there, and you feel real light-footed at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of like pat myself down, make sure I still have all my limbs, and then kind of, I guess, turn around in the direction I came from and be like, "Come on, guys, it's all safe."
Alright. You notice it took most of your length of rope to get to that point.
Okay. You need some more rope.
Yeah, how will we get back?
We tie one to the well.
Well, you're there now.
Somewhere.
Why worry about getting back now, eh?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
We can't let it go undone. There might be more treasure down there.
We were hired to bring back else. Or our job was to free Meloria, which is done.
Yeah, we can't
I
leave
don't
it
like
down
the
there.
idea of leaving a crazy wizard there, but
We've still got to get it back.
We could always come back. Actually, I can't talk. I'm not in the same room.
I assume you can shout.
If someone else got another bit of rope, I can tie to this bit of rope, and then it'll be longer, and we might be able to reach it. Anybody?
So Nosebider shouts, now that we've activated the portal, we should probably go do this now. If we come back, it probably won't be here. Let's deal with this wizard.
Okay, well, what are we going to attach the rope to?
Is there anywhere on the world that we can tie it from them?
The only thing you can really tie it to is the actual perimeter of the well itself, since the gargoyle statues aren't there any longer.
There's that rubble there, in pile on the floor. Is there an arm sticking up?
They shattered, didn't they? Yeah, but that's not going to hold out of the weight, really, is it?
Yeah, you guys have shattered the gargoyles pretty badly.
And will one of you tie me on a bit of rope and let me drop down with it?
Nosebider's suffering from a serious case of restlessness here. He's about to walk into that castle on his own.
If I shout down the hole, down the well, can you hear me?
Okay, so Grimwald, you're going into the well.
Yeah.
Alright, so you dive into the well?
I jump in.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Uh-oh. Okay. What's Anhelm doing? Is he jumping in too?
Well, I'm holding the rope and looking at the album and thinking, why? Well, I suggest I'll say to it, Gloria, you probably know your way back down to your home from here, so you head that way and we'll hopefully see you in the town within the next decade or so.
Well, thank you. Good luck.
Okay.
Alrighty, so she...
And with that, I'll jump into the pool.
Okay. So all of you have now jumped into the well, and you find yourselves now on a comet, looking across the comet that's hurling through space. You see a castle. Off in the distance, you see a bunch of other types of debris floating by. You see huge galleys. You see corpses of huge creatures floating by as well. And then, of course, you see the tracks that lead to the front gates of the castle. That's slightly ajar.
Run at the door.
Alright.
Yeah, right. Up to the door.
Okay, so Nosebider starts to run towards the door.
Oh, gee, this mage is powerful enough to build a castle on a comet in the middle of space. Bloody dwarves.
Alright, as you get closer to the front doors, you see them starting to close, Nosebider.
Okay, I'm going to attempt like an Indiana Jones style through the door and like just pull my warhammer in behind me as it closes, hopefully.
Alright. Go ahead and give
Did
me
I roll
an
athletics?
athletics.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, you easily sail through the crack of the door as it's closing shut. You see yourself...
How far away is the gates?
I'm sorry?
How far away are the gates?
They're from where the rest of you guys came in, probably about 60 feet away.
Well, I can't run that fast.
I'm going to try to dash and reach it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Ouch.
Oh,
And
wow.
of course, it couldn't give me a 1 so that I could re-roll it.
Alright, so you see Cade, he dashes up to the door and goes to try and make a jump through as it's closing, and he doesn't make it. He bounces off the door there. Looks like Nosebiter's the only one that made it through the doors.
Jesus.
Nosebiter, you find yourself looking through to a courtyard on the other side. You see a tall, skinny, lanky human in robes, and he turns to look at you and gives you a raises his eyebrows. Says, "Who are you?"
My name's Nosebiter. Pleasure.
Uh-huh. And why are you here?
Oh, you know, just, I'm new in the neighborhood, thought I'd introduce myself. And then he's going to slap himself in the face and fly into a rage.
Alright. Go ahead and roll initiative.
What am I doing?
How tall are the gates?
The gates stand about 12 feet tall. Alright, Nosebiter, you're up.
Do we see
Okay.
the gates or are they doors?
They're very large wooden doors.
Is there anything special about this Warhammer?
Could be.
Okay. How far am I from this wizard?
You're only about 15 feet away.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to run and then try and leap up into the air, and try and like tackle him down to the ground.
Okay.
So is athletics? Is it?
Yeah, we'll do
I'm trying to
testing
I guess
athletics.
I'm trying to grapple him. I guess you know.
Okay. Wow. So it's
Oh dear.
all right. You go to grapple him, and he dodges off to the left. He seems
Okay.
to be pretty nimble, and at that point, he lets loose with some fury blue darts of magic slam into you. You take 13 damage.
Oh god. Guys, get in here.
Alright, go
I'll
back
take my
to...
action and attack the gate.
Okay, so Grimwald, you're going to attack the gate.
Yep.
Go ahead and just roll your damage.
Well, let's see if we can pull it open.
Okay. And what is Anhelm and Kate doing?
Well, I was just going to try and pull the gate open.
Alright, go ahead and give me a strength check. DC, I'll go with 15 for that large gate. Oh, alright, you sit there and pull on it, it's taking everything you got, and finally you start hearing it budge. The hinges creak a bit. Alright, Cade, what are you doing?
Well, seeing his success, then, even though it's not much, I'll throw my strength in with his to try to pull it open.
Alright, you guys are able to pull it open, so you guys can all roll. The ones of you that haven't rolled an initiative, you can do so now. Okay, so we are back up to Nosebiter. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to try and grapple him again.
All
I want
right.
to wrestle him so then he can't use his hands to cast spells. Is my plan.
Gotcha.
I was supposed to smash his hand with a hammer.
Well, this way he won't be able to use any somatic components, I think, so that should help.
All right, you now have him grappled.
Okay, we're talking like a full Nelson. And then, if possible, I'll also like headbutt him in the back of the head. I don't know if that's doable as well.
Yeah, why not?
What's that, unarmed strike?
Yeah, unarmed strike.
Okay, I'll do it recklessly. So 8, plus my strength is 12.
Alright, you're able to hit one of them. Go ahead and roll a 1d4. Or wait a minute, unarmed strike. Yeah, that's right. 1d4 is fine. Alright,
So
it's like,
plus 4
ow,
is 7.
get off me, you stupid brute. Alright, Kay, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2 of my points and centering on Nosebiter and the Wizard, I'm going to cast Silence.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good one.
I can stop flipping through the book then, trying to find a vocal spell to use. Alright. He's going to try and break free of you, Nosebiter. So, I need another athletics check.
Sorry.
Oh, you easily have him pinned.
Okay.
Grimwald.
How far away am I from him?
You're at the gate, so you're about 20 feet away from him.
Okay, I'll move up to him. Can I just punch him out?
Okay, make an unarmed strike then.
Did I do that?
Just go ahead and make an attack roll with one of your weapons that you have. We'll just use that for your unarmed strike. No, not damage. Just an attack roll. Well, actually, I guess he is pinned, so that's fine. Alright, so you come up and knock him out. So, you guys have him pinned. It's awfully quiet, and he's knocked out.
I think we
Alright,
may be
nose,
playing,
nose.
boys.
The spider is going to bite his nose off.
Don't.
There's no need to do that.
This guy deserves a nose biting. He's getting it.
We don't know. We don't know that he's kidnapped this girl. Think about it. This XS person turned up 2 days after she goes missing and says that it was this, eh? We don't know. What's
We
the
don't
better
know
way of
what's
getting,
done.
As far as I
getting a
know,
wizard than
there's,
by getting someone else to take him out? If you're
there's,
more powerful
isn't
than
there isn't
yourself.
there silence cast?
Yeah, there is.
Isn't so I can't hear a thing you're saying, so I'm biting
No.
that.
All right. So he wakes up screaming bloody murder as you just clamp down and tear his nose off.
Oh God!
We should have done that.
Wow. Brutal.
That's why they call him Nosebiter.
It's too late now.
Alrighty. Well, guess we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up here. So I assume you guys probably head back to town after you go back through the portal that's open, and go back to
Or we
claim
take
your.
the wizard with us.
Okay, so you take the wizard with you. Okay. So you head back. I assume you probably grab your chest there at the well that you had left behind.
Yeah.
Of course.
And so yeah, so a few hours later, you arrive back at the inn, the Jester and the Chalice, to find Meloria there sipping on some wine, and waves to you as you return. And here, Lennon, she gives, she hands the key to you all to open up the chest back behind the bar. And you open it. You find several hundred gold pieces in there, along with a letter on the top addressed to you from XS. It says, "Thank you for eliminating one of my rivals. I appreciate your hard work, and hopefully we will meet again in the near future."
So this guy wasn't necessarily a bad guy at all.
I Nosebiter as I go up to the menorah and say, "Do you recognize this guy? He pretend he has a nose. Does he look familiar to you?"
No, I've never seen him. Although I've never really gone up to that Mount Vertol, though. Is this that crazy sorcerer that they say kidnapped Melora?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And Melora, she nods her head at that question. Says, "Yes, that is him." That is Zablastian.
Okay, well we got him. Nosebiter's going to start making a necklace of noses. So this is the first one.
And he's howling out in pain still as his whole face is all bloody as his nose has been ripped off by Nosebiter.
Maybe we'll have to have a talk about that.
Doesn't like to be used.
Alright, so anyhow, we'll end it there then.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Was there anything special within the chest other than just general loot of gems and coin?
Outside of the coins, there was the Warhammer that it sounded like Nosebiter had grabbed, the rod that Grimwald had, and then there was a scroll case in there, along with some gems.
Okay.
Do you know what the sword does? So it's
What
open
about
button.
that ring that I wore? Is that still about?
It's still on your person.
I'm have to go and get it identified.
Yeah, we should get the stuff identified and split up the loot and, probably upgrade some of our gear now that we're stinking rich.
Alright.
Maybe bring this wizard to the authorities.
So there is your guys' share of the loot for the coins. You find 30 gems worth 10 gold pieces each as well. And then of course there's the scroll case. That's not been claimed yet.
If we can get those scrolls identified, they might be worth something to wizard. Although if a wizard joins our party in the future, it might be a good idea to keep it.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anyone in town who could identify the Warhammer, but possible I'll do that, I guess. But we can do that next time.
Okay.
Well, I can't see in the dark, so I'll try the dark room and I'll try the rail and see if I can see. That's an easy way of finding out whether it's still working or not.
Yep, it still works.
Oh,
Nifty.
as a human in a predominantly wolf, elf, and halfling world, I'll hold on to this ring if you don't mind.
Sounds good.
We'll have to walk around with the torch, yeah? Hopefully.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
There's XP.
So yeah, I guess bring the wizard to the authorities because he's kind of a bad guy, I guess, maybe. I hope.
Perfect.
Alright.
Well, yeah, she said that he was the one that kidnapped us, so
Yeah.
that's all we need, really. But there was a crime, so I still don't like being played.
Yeah, no, that's ill with Nosewider as well.
Alrighty. So, what else? I guess, any questions about anything that I can answer?
No, not really. It seemed good.
You want to go up to me?
Fantastic, as ever.
Yeah, had a great time.
Good.
Cool. Well, thanks for...
Nosewider is swiftly becoming one of my favorite characters.
Yes. He is very interesting. Well, thanks for coming tonight. And if you're interested in another one, I will let you know as soon as the next one's ready.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Most
yes,
definitely.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hopefully, the dice will roll a little better for me next time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, in all fairness, you have had, what was it, 3 previous adventures where your dice have rolled well?
True enough.
Got like 3 critical hits tonight, which is insane. 3 or 4, I think.
It's just a bad trend all day as my previous games, too. I was getting very bad rolls.
wow.
I went 3 adventures without a decent roll.
But I'm alive, that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Close that last fight. It's always good when the fight's close, isn't it? I mean, the one with the fire elemental or whatever it was.
Yeah. Thanks for pointing me out there, by the way.
Well, thanks for the great game, everybody. And I'm sure I'll see you again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Keith.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Keith. It's 3:30 in the morning, so best get to sleep.
Yeah, same here.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
how
Take
about
care.
Good
the,
night, gentlemen. Thank you, Keith.
You're welcome. Take care.
User
Bye, guys. Best
disconnected
of
from your
luck.
channel.
Hi, Pete.
User
See you
disconnected
later.
from your channel. User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from your channel. Disconnected.
All right. Thanks for joining in, folks. And we'll see you